PAX Unplugged just came to Philadelphia and it was such a fun experience. There were so many things between miniatures, cars, collectibles, and even tabletop gaming. There was just a bunch to do. So with this vlog, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through PAX Unplugged so you can experience it the same as I did. These are some of the miniatures that were on display from Malediction, one of the companies that had a vendor booth set up, and they are so insanely detailed and cool looking. Then we jump on over to Baron Smelly Bones Scented Dice, and we actually got a whiff of these. It is actually really cool how these dice smell, and I would highly recommend checking them out. I mean, this show was packed with vendors, and it did end up selling out all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the vendors had some independent games, smaller games that maybe you don't know of, but there was a bunch to experience, including bigger games like Warhammer. And Warhammer actually pulled up with this Ultramarine Intercessor statue, and it was pretty epic to see in person. Speaking of statues, I saw these really cool cyberpunk statues up for grabs, and they looked absolutely incredible. And of course, this is a tabletop gaming expo, so there was a bunch of room for tabletop gamers. So a bunch of people were playing games, and of course, Magic the Gathering had their own setup for people to play games in their own little tournaments. They even had tables set up for newcomers to the game to learn how to play Magic the Gathering. Now, I do know how to play Magic the Gathering, but my buddy did not, so we went ahead and played some Magic right there on the floor. And of course, there were vendors for Magic the Gathering where you could either buy play mats or maybe some of the older sets if you wanted to collect, as well as some other collectibles for Magic the Gathering. So not only do you have older sets, but you also had these really cool pins there. There's a really cool Black Lotus pin over there, and look at all these other ones. There's even an Optimus Prime one right over here in the top left. Just fun pin collecting if you're into that. And then of course you also had cards and older decks that were going up for sale, and some of these cards were pretty pricey. And that's always an interesting thing, to go ahead and look at some of the collectible cards that either you want to put into your deck or maybe you just want to put them into your collection. For example, they had a Mana Crypt for sale, which is now outlawed in Commander, and it was for sale for $1,200. But of course, if you want to collect that card, you can. And like I said, we did go ahead and play at the Magic the Gathering booth that they had set up, and they were actually handing out not only welcome decks, but some jump starter packs as well. And so I got a Healer's jump starter deck, nothing crazy, probably a couple cards that will go into a few of my different decks that I have going on and that I'm currently building. A few that I definitely probably want to put into a cat deck when I eventually build it. A couple nice instants in here as well. So this was a really nice little surprise. Then you also got your welcome deck from Magic the Gathering. So these were two 30 card decks, and actually the first card I'm going to pull out of here is one of the cards that I purchased, which is Slicer Hired Muscle. This is going to go in my Transformers deck, and I thought the art was very nice on it. So of course, I like making my decks look pretty. This is one that I was like, you know what, for 24, looking at how the card's condition is, can't resist it. Then of course I did have a Blue Island deck here as part of my welcome deck. And then the other deck that we'll get to in a moment is green. And again, this is just a really cool, nice, and welcome surprise for Magic to be doing and giving out to the new players that were there. And now that is going to do it for the vlog. I do hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you guys attended PAX Unplugged or if you would be interested in going next time it comes around. I know I definitely plan on going to this and PAX East when they both come around next year. So that is going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.